Welcome back to our Good Morning North Coast morning show. With me in studio, we've got Paul from Windsor Health. Paul, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, Taryn. Thanks for inviting me back. It's lovely to be here.
Oh, it's always lovely having you here. Paul, we're talking about the benefits of ozone therapy and what it's used for to prevent certain things. Do you want to tell us a bit more about ozone and what it entails?
Yes, certainly, Taryn. You know, ozone is, of course, O3 as opposed to O2. We remember from school oxygen is O2. Well, ozone is O3. It's oxygen with an extra O1 molecule. And it's doing incredible things inside the body, of course. First of all, we know that the function of our lungs is to extract the oxygen from the air we breathe.
Yes.
As it goes into the bloodstream, it's attaching to the red corpuscles. Those are the oxygen-carrying corpuscles, so we're driving up the cellular level oxygen.
Yes.
But just as importantly, it's attaching to the white corpuscles. That's your immune system. That's your defense against germs, viruses, bacteria, microorganisms, illness in general. So a strong immune system is very, very important, and that's one of the first things that we're doing is boosting cellular level oxygen via the red blood cells and boosting the immune system via the white blood cells.
Okay, so that would obviously be the reason why we get sick so often, and the illness is associated. We don't have that boosting effect. We don't have the white blood cells there to fight off our antibodies aren't there anymore. Is that correct?
Absolutely right. You know, the doctors tell us that there are three primary reasons why we get sick. The first one is pollution. You know, the World Health Organization proved that 1 in 8 deaths worldwide can be attributed to pollution.
Wow.
And 40% of those are because of air pollution. In other words, what we're breathing in. You know, we're breathing in germs, gases, bacteria in the air. And we're breathing, of course, far less oxygen in air now than we were, for instance, 50 years ago. 50 years ago, we were breathing a much higher level of oxygen in the air, which is why 50 years ago we couldn't spell the word diabetes. Today it's epidemic.
Exactly.
Cancer
Every
is
second
epidemic.
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
The second primary reason is a low immune system. Our immune systems are very low. I mean, we just mentioned that. And your immune system is your defense. It's the barrier. You know, your white blood cells are your fighters. So that's your barrier against infection. So if you have a low immune system, the chances are, you know, you're going to get sick. But the third reason, and probably the most important reason, is low oxygen at a cellular level. You know, you cannot be higher in oxygen in your cells than there is in the air we breathe. And down here in Ballito, we're breathing air that's about 16% oxygen. Your body at a cellular level, your body at a cellular level is demanding 40%. So you can imagine, you're trying to run your body on less than half the oxygen it's demanding.
It's almost impossible.
Yeah, well, it is. I always say it's a bit like running a diesel car on petrol. It doesn't work very well, and neither does your body. No. It doesn't. No. I mean, if your body's demanding 40% and you're feeding it 16%, we're going to get sick. Yeah. So those are the three primary reasons why we get sick.
Geez, and like you're saying, especially if you come back to the air pollution, I mean, cancer is directly related to all of this.
Absolutely.
And our health is just, especially now the pandemic as well that's going on.
That's such an important thing that you say, you know, Taryn. In 1932, Dr. Otto Warburg, 1932, I mean, it's...
Donks ago.
Yonks ago, I love it, yeah. Yes. You know, he proved, he was a brilliant German scientist. And he was awarded 2 Nobel Prizes for his research into medicine, specifically into cancer. Yes. And he is the man that discovered, for instance, that germs, viruses, bacteria cannot exist in high levels of oxygen. So therefore, if we're boosting that cellular level oxygen, you don't get as sick. But he also proved, by the way, that at this level of oxygen that we're providing via our system, which is close to 40% in your cells, cancer finds it practically impossible to make that transition between benign and malignant. So do we cure cancer? No, of course we don't. But can we prevent it? Very much so. Jesus. And he proved that, and he got a Nobel Prize for it. So, in fact, if I'm very honest, 25 years ago when we started developing this technology, that was one of the primary reasons we did it, cancer prevention. Actually, the big three, cancer, heart disease, diabetes.
And tell me, what health-related issues can be treated with ozone?
Well, we now treat more than 240 illnesses. Things like, you know, those simple things like the colds and the flu. I mean, you don't get colds and flu if you're oxygenated to this level. But we treat diabetes in a way. Diabetic patients really, really struggle with circulation. And one of the first things that ozone does is to affect the viscosity of the blood.
Yes.
That has a number of effects. We treat heart conditions, for instance. If you think about it, the heart is a pump. At the moment, your heart is pumping a thick, sticky liquid, so hypertension, things like blood pressure. If we're able to change the viscosity of the blood, as I say, that's what medical ozone does in your body.
Yes.
Now the heart is pumping a thin liquid, so it makes sense there's less back pressure on the heart.
Yes.
You don't struggle with things like heart conditions. But we mentioned cancer prevention, diabetic patients in terms of circulation, but right the way through to things like arthritis. We're very powerful with arthritis in terms of pain relief, regeneration of the cartilage structure in the joints. And allergies in children. I mean, if I'm very honest with you, the colds and the flu and the allergies and things like eczema and psoriasis, those are byproducts of what we do. We do those anyway. Okay. We're really, really putting your body in a position where it can defend itself from some of the more chronic illnesses. And in a way, yes, we are preventative medicine. We, as I mentioned, if you're sick, we'll get you better. But if you're not, we'll keep you healthy.
We'll keep you healthy,
and of course, we're producing a medical dose with our system, which means the whole family can use it from babies right the way through. We always say from fetus to grave, and everybody in between can use our system. And very, very simple to use. We did that on purpose, Taryn. You know, when we developed it some 25 years ago, we were determined it must really fit in with your lifestyle. Otherwise, you're going to stop using it.
Well, of course, you don't want a complicated device that's just a schlep at the end of the day.
Precisely that. So, yeah, it consists of our ozone generator.
Yes.
I mentioned off air. You can put that in your bedroom, put it on for 20 minutes before you go to sleep. It's going to super oxygenate that room up to 160 square meters for 10 to 12 hours. So whilst you're asleep, you're going into REM sleep quicker, you're staying in REM sleep longer, so you're getting your body is rehabilitating the way it was intended to at this level of oxygen.
And especially in the evening, that's when our body builds again, that's when we recover.
Absolutely.
So to have that extra benefit.
You're absolutely right, because that's why human beings sleep. We sleep to heal and recover. That's the only reason we sleep, otherwise we'd walk around 24/7. We can attach the pipe to the generator, we can blow it inside the fridge, it'll sterilize, deodorize, it stops cross-contamination between foodstuffs, blow it inside the duvets and the pillows, so we get rid of those germs, etc., and microorganisms that cause allergies. We can attach it to the mat, and then we can use that mat in the bath, in the shower. We can use it dry for backache, shoulders, hips. Amazing system.
There's so many benefits, and the fact that it's so portable makes it so convenient.
Completely portable. As I say, you can carry the generator from room to room. But as I say, we can do 160 square meters. You know, we have been, over the past 25 years, we've supplied hospitals, clinics, the medical profession. Sports teams use our technology, healing and repairing.
Go for muscle recovery, I can...
Absolutely. Healing and recovery is up to 300% quicker. So a 12-week injury becomes a 3-week injury. So your elite sportsmen all over the world really are using medical ozone now.
That is fantastic. Now, I know we're talking about this often, but I am the biggest believer in ozone therapy. And myself, having had a little tumor on the brain, gone for ozone therapy, it's hardly not there anymore. And I mean, people don't believe it, but seeing is believing, and I'm the strongest advocate for this technology. It really, really works.
Yeah, tumors don't like ozone, let's be honest, in the first place. You know, and I was saying to somebody earlier today that, you know, we've got 13 branches now between Windhoek and Cape Town. And if we look at the kind of testimonials that we're getting from people like yourself about tumours, about the fact that they just didn't get COVID, for instance, and those that did, that used our system, recovered so quickly.
That's what I was
because I mean, it's a lung disease at the end of the day. It's a pneumonia. So, you know, it really, really helps in terms of rehabilitation, in terms of COVID as well.
It's absolutely amazing. And touching base on what you said earlier about your blood, I mean, when I went through my stuff that I went through, they take your blood sample before the time and your blood sample after. It's chalk and cheese. You can't believe that it's how clean your body now is after having the ozone therapy
It's absolutely amazing, Taryn. You know, we've actually done that. When we've done, previously we've been invited to do Decorex, Homemakers, the big trade fairs.
Yes.
You know, we've done that on our stand. We've taken a sample of blood and we've shown you on the big screen, and you look at your blood before, and then we give you a bottle of ozone water that we've manufactured using our system, which you can do at home.
Yes.
And we say to you, go have a walk round for 10 minutes and then come back, sip on the water. We take your blood again, and really, I mean, you don't have to be a medical professional to see the difference.
No.
It's chalk and cheese. One is thick, sticky and contaminated, and the other is completely clear. That can only be a major benefit to you.
No, I mean, like, it's the biggest health benefit to your body. And I mean, me living that, I've lived that, I've seen it, I've experienced it. I mean, it's real, it works. It's absolutely, it's mind-boggling as to how ozone actually impacts your life.
It does, in a big way. It really, really does. And as I said, in using our technology in your home on a daily basis, the whole family is building their immune system. They're building the oxygen saturation in their cells. You just stay healthy. I mean, I can't remember the last time I took a Panado. And really, I'm not saying to you, you're going to live forever, you're never going to get sick.
You're not going to make
I'm just saying that you cannot be healthy on less than half the oxygen that your body's demanding. Your body's demanding 40%, you're feeding it 16%. It just doesn't work.
This is just absolutely phenomenal. And then lastly, tell us about how much it costs and what specials are running currently.
Sure. Well, we're doing a Ballito TV very special offer. We're launching it on Ballito TV down here. We're opening a branch down here. We're going to do a very special offer. We're going to do 5 units at a very special price. Normal pricing for our entire system, $31,300. On Ballito TV, the first 5 people to respond to this broadcast will pay just $19,999.
That is such a brilliant price.
It gets you the entire system, including the lifetime warranty on the motor. So really, it's a no-risk investment at the end of the day.
Absolutely not. It's a no-brainer. I've lived it. It's a no-brainer. I mean, it's definitely something I would invest in. I'm sure many other people out there as well.
And as part of the Ballito TV special offer, we're including our package of extras, like the headrest, the water purification pipe, the aromatherapy oils. Ballito TV viewers, those first 5 people get the entire system plus all of the extras, and they save $11,300. And by the way, as I promised you, I will deliver those 5 units personally and explain, demonstrate the product, and answer any questions that your viewers may have.
Well, that is great. That's just fabulous. Thank you so much. There you have it, viewers. Paul, the guru in ozone health. Take this opportunity. You've got 5 clients, 5 of you, lucky viewers, are going to get that brilliant, brilliant price. What a saving with all those extras. Paul's going to personally come and show you how to do it. Listen, I'm talking from experience. You'll never look back. It's changed my life and will most definitely change yours as well. Paul, thank you so much for being in studio.
Thank you very much. Our viewers can just give me a call. They're welcome to call me or send me an SMS or a WhatsApp. It's 071 452 0308.
We're going to go to a quick ad break, and after the ad break, we'll be back in studio with some more interviews.